Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well and you're all had a nice bank holiday. Okay then guys, for this video I'd like to review a horror movie. Well, it's a kind of a horror sci-fi movie from 1967. It stars the late great Boris Karloff and Ian Ogilvy. I bought it a couple of days ago. It's one of the 88 films range, and it was directed by Michael Reeves, and that movie is called The Sorcerers. Lovely addition there, guys, and a nice slipcover and reversible artwork. Yeah, this is one of my all-time favourite Boris Karloff movies. Great performances all round by Boris Karloff, of course, Ian Ogilvy, and the lady who played Boris Karloff's wife. Yeah, really enjoyed this one. Okay then, guys, if you're not familiar with this movie, as per usual, just read you the back of it, and I'll talk a little bit more about it and give it a rate and my thoughts on the story as a whole. When aging medical hypnotist Dr. Marcus Montserrat and his wife Estelle decide they want to live beyond their years by mentally controlling the body of a younger specimen, they embroil 20-something Mike Roscoe, played by Ian Ogilvy, into their plans. But things start to go awry when Estelle's experiments take on a more murderous tone. Featuring horror legend Boris Karloff and Ian Ogilvy from The Witchfinder General. He also played the Saint, of course, in the 1970s. This second feature from critically acclaimed director Michael Reeves serves up a strange science fiction scarefest guaranteed to send creeps down the spine, and that it certainly does. Okay then, guys, that's the synopsis for the 1967 British horror sci-fi movie The Sorcerers. Okay then, guys, on to my thoughts now on the movie as a whole. Oh yeah, fantastic movie. I've always loved this movie. I think this is one of Boris Karloff's best movies ever. Or stellar cast and great performances by Boris, of course, Ian Ogilvy, as the young man who becomes a victim to Boris Karloff's experiments with the mind machine. And she's one of the most evil women I've ever seen in a horror movie. Oh yeah, really good performance by her as well. And then the girl who plays Ian Ogilvy's love interest, yeah, French girl, yeah, fantastic movie, yeah. Boris Karloff really on the money here, playing this scientist who's created this machine. And if he puts somebody in a chair, it gives them the power to go into the minds, and his wife as well, and he can basically do whatever he wants by willing it. And that, oh yeah, it's a great premise, this movie, guys, yeah. And this is a lovely addition here by 88 Films. It's got the reversible artwork. And it's got the slipcover. And I've got a little booklet inside, guys, all about the movie. Fantastic, yeah. Really made up with this, yeah. I've owned this movie a few times, but this is definitely the best version I've ever had, you know. And, when you control it, there's the French girl, yeah. Looking very fetching in a bikini, yeah.
Oh, you are awful, but I like you.
Oh, yeah, a fantastic performances all round. I want to say this woman here who plays Estelle, oh my word, she is she's one mean bitch. She really is, you know. If you like your British horror movies, guys, from the 1960s, and you love Boris Karloff, you know, highly recommend that you add this one to your collection if you haven't got it already. I always love this movie. I always have a great time playing it and that, you know. And but yeah, really enjoyed it. Very gripping from start to finish. There's the machine, guys, when he puts Ian Ogilvy's character, and he's sort of like, you know, the usual mad scientist stuff, presses all the buttons and that, and so many things, how you start all weird lights and that, you know, the usual thing and that. And then, of course, when Ian Ogilvy, when he comes out of it, he's not the same and that, you know, he's completely under the power of Boris Karloff and his wife, and just sitting there in the house and willing them to do things and that. Yeah, it's another picture of the girl, yeah. But his wife becomes more the dominant force and that, and she tried to persuade Boris Karloff to use Ian Ogilvy, you know, for gain and that. She said, like, you know, let's use him for ourselves a bit, you know, for sort of like help ourselves. And Boris Karloff wants to sort of like help you know, humanity generally with his invention, but his wife is very stubborn. She wants it for self gain, and of course it doesn't end well, guys. You know, she gets Ian Ogilvy to first rob the spare coat from the store, and then she's not satisfied with that, and she basically just manipulates him to go on a bloody killing rampage throughout London. Oh, there's a special guest appearance here by Susan George, a very young Susan George, yeah. Oh yeah, I love The Sorcerers, yeah. No matter how many times I've watched this movie, I always enjoy it. It's definitely one of Boris Karloff's best and that, you know. And I love the scenes of swinging 60s London at the disco and that, and Ian Ogilvy, he becomes very, very menacing when this machine, when he start manipulating his mind. Oh yeah, he's really, he's just basically a killing machine, and but oh yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I would never part with this one, guys. From my collection, I love it so much. I mean, it's not just one of my all-time favorite Boris Karloff movies. I think I'd even go as far as to say it would make my top 100 all-time favorite horror movies. Yeah, that's how much I enjoy The Sorcerers. Yeah, but great story. As I say, Boris Karloff, inventing this machine and that, and nobody can play a mad scientist quite like Boris Karloff. But I believe, according to one of the extras and that, Boris Karloff they were originally going to make Boris Karloff the villain, but Boris Karloff said no, I want to be the good person for the change. So he made his wife Estelle, and oh my god, she's really nasty piece of work, guys. She really is. She even turns on her own husband and that, but I won't go into too much detail about it in case you haven't seen it. But this is a cracking movie, this, guys. I absolutely love it. This, I would rather sit down and watch a movie of this caliber than watch all the bloody rubbish now with all these teenagers in and that, the same old tired storylines, Oh yeah, give me these movies any day, guys. They've got great stories, they've got great actors, and this is, qualities like this are very, very sadly missing in today's so-called horror movies. Just want to put one of these movies on and have a real blast with it. It's like going back to an old friend watching these movies. Yeah, I actually ordered another one of these 88 films. Well, I've actually got it now. Island of Terror, starring Peter Cushing. So that will be in my next pickups. I most probably do a review of that as well. But this was a fabulous movie. This, guys, I just loved it. And that, a very, very brutal, gritty movie. And Ian Ogilvy, is very, the way he turns into this murderous killing machine. As they're sitting there, the elderly couple, Karloff and his wife, are still sitting there at the table with their minds and that, willing to do this, willing to do that, and actually feel what he's going through as well. He's on a motorbike and that, and Estelle, she feels that the sensation of him speeding, at breakneck speed on the motorbike, and when he's in the water as well. Oh yeah, she experiences, not just controlling it mentally, but the actually experiences his physical. The physical aspect of it and that, yeah, but I love The Sorcerers, and yeah, okay then, guys, on to a rating now. Oh, no hesitation whatsoever. I'm going to give The Sorcerers a full 10 out of 10, because that's how much I love this movie. Beautiful addition, great all cast of grace and that, and oh, no complaints at all. In my opinion, guys, this is a flawless movie. That's my opinion. There's a completely flawless movie. No complaints at all. No weak parts at all in the story. Boris Karloff, of course, as you, was fantastic. As the scientist in that experiment with his mind machine, and but the way he leads Ian Ogilvy. He approaches Ian Ogilvy in his restaurants and that, he says, basically, you look bored and that, you want some fun and that, Well, of course, when Ian Ogilvy goes along to Boris Karloff's residence and that's where all hell breaks loose the minute he sits in that chair. But I'll leave it there, guys, if I haven't seen it. Okay, then, guys, that concludes my review of the fantastic horror sci-fi movie from 1967, The Sorcerers. Have you seen The Sorcerers? What do you think of it? Do you share my opinion of it? That's one of the greatest Boris Karloff horror sci-fi movies ever made. Leave your comments down below. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't watched the commentary yet. This has got some great special features on here, guys. I've watched the interview with Ian Ogilvy, but I've got to watch. There's two commentaries on here actually. Audio commentary by film journalists William Fowler and Vic Pratt. And then another one with Kim Newman. He's a guy who knows his stuff. Kim Newman and Sam Hogan. And then It Can't Get You Out of My Head, Ian Ogilvy on The Sorcerers. Yeah, that's an appropriate title, isn't it? Can't Get You Out of My Head. Yeah, considering the nature of the movie. And a couple of other interviews as well, the cameramen and that, yeah. But yeah, guys, I love The Sorcerer, and I just had to come up and do a quick review of it and that, I really enjoyed it. Watched it again last night, but I don't know how many times I've watched this movie over the years and that, First watched it, I think it was about 1976, and I fell in love with it right away, yeah. But okay then, guys, that's it. Oh, brace yourselves for the ending. I won't say any more. Okay then, guys, that's it. TTFN.